Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be showing you how you can master the Zandvoort circuit. It is one of the most technical racetracks on the F1 calendar, and one of its most prominent features is the constant use of banking. The banking allows you to drive the car slightly differently, especially compared to the normally uncambered turns you'll find at most F1 tracks. It means you don't always have to hit the apex, as a slightly wider line will allow you to carry more speed, with the bank providing the ability to do so. Additionally, the curbs here can be quite violent, so it's often better to avoid them completely in order to keep the car stable through and out of corners. One technique we'll be using a lot of on this track is using the pedals to aid in the car rotation. Whether that be dabbing on the brake or lifting off on the throttle, the weight transfer pushes more weight over the front tyres, providing them with more grip and allowing you to turn more efficiently. So in this video we'll be analysing each corner individually and then watch a full speed lap driven by a professional esports driver. The lap in question is a 1:07.9. If you want to analyse your data and see how you can get faster, Track Titan can show you how, from in-depth telemetry data all the way up to quick tips based on your individual driving. You can now get 30 days of unlimited data insights for free when you sign up with the code Zandvoort. So let's get started. Into turn 1, the corner is slightly banked, meaning, as we have already said, you can hold a wide line. So begin braking shortly before the 50-metre board, and you want to heavily trail brake into the corner. Get down into third gear and position the car just out from the apex curb. Then begin accelerating from the middle of the corner, heavily modulating in the process until after you pass the pit lane exit, at which time you can go to 100% throttle. Hug the curb to the left kink and put your left wheels on it as it straightens out. Turn in just before the 50-metre board, gradually coming off the throttle to around 50% by the apex of turn 2. Don't use the curb, use a dab more throttle, and when you get to around a car's width from the left side of the circuit, brake around 50% and trail off. Due to turn 3 having such a steep bank, we can use this to help slow the car. So take a shallow line and an early apex to direct the car up the bank. Get down to third gear and modulate the throttle while using a central line out of the corner and let the car go right to the exit curb without using it. Hold the inside line through turn 4, and again for turn 5, and turn 6. For turn 7 it can just about be taken completely flat, so steer into the corner in the middle of this access road. Apex just before the inside curb and let the car run right out wide to the exit curb, only using a small part of it if you have to. Turn 8 is also flat, so steer in around halfway between the 50 and 100 metre braking boards using all of the inside curb and run right out wide on exit. Then for turn 9, place your left hand wheels on the edge of the outside curb shortly after the 150 metre board and blip the brake to 50% before trailing off into the apex. Change down to third gear and modulate the throttle out the other side. Into turn 10, lift off the throttle shortly after the 50 metre braking board and turn at the same time, using the weight transfer to help rotate the car towards the apex. Add a small input of braking pressure before you get there just to help the car turn again towards the inside curb. Then modulate the throttle quickly before getting fully on the accelerator. It's a fairly wide exit, so here you can afford a bit of leniency with early throttle usage. Into turn 11, start braking at the beginning of the curb on the left hand side of the track here. Change down to third gear, trail towards the apex and use all of the curb to aim the car as best you can towards the apex of turn 12. Apply 50% throttle and swing the car out before sharply lifting off to turn towards the apex. Use the curb early, dab the brake in the middle of the corner to aid rotation and then modulate the throttle out, taking care not to use the outside curb. For turn 13, once you're adjacent to the escape road on the right hand side, change down to 5th gear, lift off and use around 20% brake pressure to bleed off the speed. Avoid the inside curb, modulate the throttle and only use half the outside curb. Finally into turn 14, which is completely flat, keep a tight inside line to shorten the distance towards the finish straight and complete the lap. Don't forget that you can get 30 days of unlimited data insights for free when you sign up to Track Titan with the code Zandvoort. So now that we've seen how you can master this place, let's take a look at that 1:07.9 hot lap. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and learned something too. Don't forget that you can get 30 days of unlimited data insights for free when you sign up to Track Titan with the code Zandvoort. But without further ado, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.